Hello, everyone. Today's talk is about one of the most misunderstood symbols in all of tarot and spiritual teachings, the Fool. When people hear the word fool, they often think naive or clueless. But in the deeper wisdom traditions, the Fool is not an idiot. The Fool is the sacred beginner, the open-hearted traveler, the part of you that is willing to step into the unknown with trust. Take a moment as you listen to think of one area in your life where you're standing at the edge of a new beginning. A relationship, a move, a project, a version of you that you're just starting to grow into. In the tarot, the Fool is usually numbered 0. 0 is a circle, no beginning, no end, pure possibility. The Fool is outside the sequence of all the other cards, which means this energy lives before labels, roles, and expectations. Think of a baby learning to walk. They fall, they wobble, they bump into things. But they don't say, "I'm such a failure, I'll never do this." They just keep getting up. That's the Fool's wisdom, movement without the heavy story. So when you feel like, "I don't know what I'm doing," that doesn't mean you're failing. It might mean you're exactly where you're supposed to be, at card 0, before the script, before the plan. In classic imagery, the Fool is standing at the edge of a cliff, looking up at the sky, sometimes with a small bag and a loyal dog at their feet. The mind looks at that and says, "Watch out, be careful, you're going to fall." But the deeper message is subtler. Life is always asking you to step off a cliff. Not necessarily to do something reckless, but to release certainty. You never really know how a relationship will unfold, whether a move will work, how a project will be received. Yet every day you get out of bed, you take a breath, you step forward. That is Fool energy. The question is, are you stepping forward with fear tightening your chest, or with a humble trust that says, "I'll meet whatever comes, one step at a time"? The Fool carries a tiny bag on a stick. That bag is a beautiful symbol. It says, you need very little to begin. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to have the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect version of you. Inside that tiny bag are the essentials. Your experiences so far, your intuition, your core values. The rest you pick up on the journey. And then there's the dog. The dog is instinct, that inner voice that sometimes barks at you, "Not this way," or "Pay attention." Many people ignore that voice. They push it down with busyness, noise, or other people's opinions. The Fool invites you to build a relationship with your inner dog, your intuition. So when you're at the edge of a cliff in your life, you don't jump because of pressure, but you also don't freeze because of fear. You move when it feels right, even if you can't explain it logically. The biggest lesson of the Fool is the courage to be unfinished. In a world that glorifies polished success and perfect images, the Fool stands there and says, I am a work in progress, and I'm still worthy of taking this step. That might look like starting a creative project even though your first attempts are messy, leaving a job that no longer aligns even before you know the full next step, opening your heart in a relationship after being hurt, knowing you might be hurt again. This is not about being reckless. It's about accepting that growth always involves some risk. If you wait until you feel zero fear, you'll wait your entire life. The Fool walks with fear, but is not ruled by it. If you pull the Fool in a tarot reading, it often signals a fresh chapter, a leap of faith, or a call to embrace a beginner's mindset. It can mean a new opportunity is present, even if it doesn't look safe or fully formed. You're being invited to trust the journey more than the destination. It's time to loosen the grip of overthinking and perfectionism. But the Fool also comes with a gentle caution. Don't shut off your awareness. Stay awake. Take the leap, but keep your eyes and heart open. Intuition plus trust. That's Fool wisdom. If this reflection on the Fool speaks to where you are right now, feel free to share in the comments what cliff edge you're currently standing on. And if you'd like more talks like this, exploring tarot archetypes, spirituality, and real-life growth, you can subscribe and journey along with me. Thank you for listening. May you honor the sacred beginner within you, and may your next step be guided by trust rather than fear.